It's really looking like, with the recent moves in the Supreme Court, that Donald Trump's ability to unilaterally tariff the entire world 100, 200%, that may be going away. And he seems to want to use the fact that he might soon lose that power as an excuse for anything bad going on economically in this country. The issue is that the American people don't want these tariffs. They know, even though he keeps lying to them, that it is a tax on them. So he's gonna continue to try to mislead them as this power potentially goes away. He sent out this message saying, people that are against tariffs are fools. We're now the richest, most respected country in the world with almost no inflation and a record stock market price. I mean, look, let's pause there. The stock market is doing pretty good, even though that has nothing to do with regular people's economic situation, as we all know. It's not at the record levels. It's just over the past week, it's taken a pretty good sized hit. We do have inflation. We're not the most respected country in the world ever. We're not the richest we've ever been. I mean, it's all nonsense. And also, how dare you called Ronald Reagan a fool, you old bastard. But anyway, that's a topical thing. We're taking in trillions of dollars. That's not true. We're not taking in trillions of dollars unless you extend that over years and years and years and years. And even if we do, we'll be taking it in from the American people. We'll soon begin paying down our enormous debt, 37 trillion, about 1/3 of which he is responsible for, never forget. Record investment in the USA, plants and factories going up all over the place. I'd love to see that reflected in jobs data, by the way. A dividend of at least $2,000 a person, not including high-income people, will be paid to everyone. So the idea is, okay, I don't want to admit it, but I know that I've screwed you all over and taxed you with these tariffs. So I'm gonna give you back a little bit of your own money in this dividend check. And I totally won't give it to the rich people, wink, wink, except that that's not gonna happen. Almost instantly, he dispatched Scott Bessent to say that no, they're probably not gonna do those checks. That was just a lie, take a look.
The $2,000 dividend could come in lots of forms, in lots of ways, George. It could be just the tax decreases that we are seeing on the president's agenda. No tax on tips, no tax on overtime, no tax on Social Security, deductibility of auto loans. So those are substantial deductions that are being financed in the tax bill.
Oh my God, I freaking love that. So earlier this year, they hand over $4.5 trillion to him and his rich buddies. And then Trump's like, oh, kind of feeling the heat here. Okay, we'll give you guys $2,000. And Bessent's like, yeah, no, that we're just talking about like the other thing that we already did. It's not even gonna happen, it's not gonna affect you, but let's pretend that that's $2,000. JR, $2,000 can come in a lot of different forms. My immediate reaction was, could one of those forms be $2,000? Because that's my favorite way to get $2,000 is to get $2,000.
I mean, and also considering the fact that $2,000 is nothing. Like the insult that they're shooting at people to be like, I'm gonna give you $2,000 and you're supposed to be happy with that when you spent $2,000 last month and a half at the grocery store in these increased prices. So $2,000, they're gonna piddly little $2,000 to people. I think folks need to start getting their brains in a little bit more of a spot where they think of prosperity, the American dream. Anybody can be anything in this country, but I'm gonna drop you $2,000. By the way, how about some details? Every time this guy throws up some nonsense on Truth Social or goes in front of a press conference and says stupid things, and he says at least $2,000. Okay. That means minimum of $2,000. That means some folks are gonna get more than $2,000. How much more of $2,000? Is it up to $3,000? Maybe $10,000. Is it $2,100? Is it $2,135? How much is more than $2,000? And there's this line of high income people that don't get it. Where's the line for high income people? If you make $100,000, if you're 6 figures, if you make 7 figures, where is the line of wealthy people in this country that don't get the $2,000? In other words, these details are not there because all those details came flowing out of Donald Trump's ass cheeks. That's why, because none of this makes any sense and he just talks.
And that is the worst form for the $2,000 to come in. Let me just make clear to you. You're totally right. By the way, we're gonna end this segment just fact checking a little bit. So he says we're gonna rapidly pay down the national debt. They're not. He said that he was gonna do that last term. They've taken in, they say, $195 billion in tariff revenue from us. By the way, they're bragging about their. It's like, to do a wrestling metaphor, it's like when Triple H brags about how much money they got for these pay-per-views. Like, but we paid for that. Why are you bragging to me about how much money you took from me? But anyway, $195 billion, which by the way, where is that money? And Trump is saying, he's gonna use it for the dividend and paying down the debt. It's not up to you. You don't control the purse strings. That's Congress. In what world does he get to decide where this money goes anyway? And even if he did, even if you put all of that into the federal debt, it'd be less than 1%, which I guarantee he's added to the debt so far this year. This is all smoke and mirrors. It's an insult added on top of an insult, and hopefully people will see through it.